Why do some non-Muslims turn to the Quran, the very book they question, to defend the authenticity of the Bible? Could it be a sign of desperation to justify altered texts? Islam's core belief is the absolute oneness of God, rejecting any concept that contradicts this, such as the Christian doctrine of the Trinity. The Quran emphasizes that God is unique, free from human attributes, and calls all people to worship Him alone. While Islam acknowledges that people of previous scriptures, like the Torah and Gospel, historically received divine revelations, it also asserts that these messages were later altered by human hands. The Quran affirms that God sent the Torah to Moses and the Gospel to Jesus, but distinguishes these original revelations from the versions found today, which include human additions and contradictions. For instance, the claim that Moses authored the part of the Torah describing his own death raises clear questions about its authenticity. Muslims believe in the divine origin of these earlier messages, but see much of the Bible today as inconsistent with God's truth. The Quran advises Muslims to uphold what was revealed to them and avoid adopting beliefs rooted in altered texts. For example, the Old Testament is written in the third person, describing Moses speaking to God, but not authored by Moses or God. In contrast, the Quran presents a direct, first-person account where God speaks directly to Moses. A common misinterpretation by non-Muslims is the claim that the Quran supports the authenticity of the Bible. They point to a verse where Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is supposedly instructed to consult Christians and Jews if in doubt. This argument is both misleading and baseless. The verse does not address the Prophet, peace be upon him. Instead, it speaks to those who may have doubts, advising them to seek knowledge from scholars of earlier revelations who accepted Islam. This interpretation does not suggest that the Prophet, peace be upon him, doubted his mission, as he is consistently depicted as confident and resolute in delivering God's message. This desperate attempt to use the Quran to validate altered texts not only misrepresents Islamic teachings, but also highlights the contradictions within their own arguments.